Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Eldrazi ramp in Timeless format. So we're taking a look at Eldrazi ramp again. Last time I tried Eldrazi ramp, I tried the deck. At the time, the Modern Horizon set was pretty new, so I wasn't aware of a lot of cards that could be good from that set. So we're going to be trying out a lot of different cards here that you didn't see from the deck before. So we're still going to be playing with the Chalice plan, with the Ugin's Labyrinth. I feel like in the meta where the energy is just so popular, this is a pretty cheesy way to just kind of win game one. So turn one, Ugin's Labyrinth, Chalice for one. That also turns off their artifact removal, which is Static Prison, and it also turns off their snowball factors such as Ragavans, Oscilla Pride, things like that. But against energy, we're also going to be playing Ugin's Binding combo with the Null Drifter. So once we have actually stabilized with the One Ring, and then we mill some Ugin's Binding into the graveyard using Malevolent Rumble, and in later turns, you can just evoke the Null Drifter for 3 mana, and you can exile the Ugin's Binding. That should be able to let you stabilize versus an energy deck, since they're not going to have that much mana to begin with to play those cards back from their hand. And we're also going to be playing Sowing Mycospawn. I do believe the last time I played an Eldrazi ramp, I did play 4 copies of it, along with Urza's Construction Drone, but we're not going to be playing Urza's Construction Drone this time, since we have to play things like Ugin's Binding and Null Drifter to stabilize versus energy. And because we're playing Sowing Mycospawn, we don't have to play that many copies of Cavern of Souls, since just casting the Sowing Mycospawn should be able to fetch you a Cavern of Souls against control decks. And that's also another reason why we're only playing 1 copy of Shifting Woodland as well. And for our top end, we're still playing the Drowner of Truth. We're only playing 2 copies of it. And another reason why this deck only plays 18 lands total here. If you total that up with the Drowner of Truth and 3 copies of Once Upon a Time, that's basically playing 23 lands. But the fact that we're playing Drowner of Truth makes it a lot better for the Ugin's Labyrinth to hit, since we are now playing 10 copies of cards that are mana value 7 or greater. And obviously, we have 2 copies of Worldbreaker here. Very nice with Sowing Mycospawn. So not only does Sowing Mycospawn can kick to destroy a land, but you also have the Worldbreaker to also destroy land. And if the Worldbreaker ever goes into the graveyard, you can also get it back by sacrificing a land. So just a fantastic card for a ramp deck like this. And finally, we're going to be finishing opponents off with 4 copies of Emrakul. And since we're going to be milling a lot, that is going to reduce the Emrakul down all the way to 7 mana. So it should be fun. It should be fun. So having said that, I'm going to be hopping over to some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how the deck does. So let's hop on over. I mean, we got a Once Upon a Time. Really about it, though. Once Upon a Time for a land, like potentially like a forest into Utopia Sprawl. So I guess it's like the Bar of Destiny here. Since I'm trying to combo with the Ugin's Binding anyways. Oh, this is a combo deck. Not gonna be good in game 1. You're not gonna be good game 1. I would really like an untapped land next turn. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Might be go to next game situation. Yeah, it does seem like it. Because I really wanted to go Ugin's Binding here. Okay, the Flute, the Disputes. Get rid of the Bindings. And Baubles. And let's go Stone Brain. Get rid of a Chalice. Yeah, I mean, Ugin's Binding is probably not it. What do we take out? Imagine if we can actually get the Stone Brain down here, but darn. Like turn 1 Stone Brain would have been sick, right? But I think I'm just going to still play the Stone Brain on turn 2 because I have a Vexing Bauble to back it up, even if they go Show and Tell. Like, it's fine. Okay. Looks okay so far. Then we'll just name Show and Tell. I think at this point, like, you get rid of a Malevolent Rumble. Show and Tell gone. They play a Surgical, Veil of Summer. They should have probably looked at their deck, but it's okay. Now we just need to ramp. Now we just need to ramp. Disruptor Flute. Okay, I'm not sure what the Disruptor Flute could do, but it's there. I think I'm just gonna draw with the Vexing Bauble. Okay, let's draw. Not exactly what I'm looking for. We're looking for a colorless land. Or Sowing Myco spawn so we can, like, destroy their lands and stuff like that. Shifting Woodland. Well, that's fun. We can become a Drowner. Remember, they have a Veil of Summer, so... I guess I could have done, like, maybe a Disruptor Flute on the Veil of Summer and then Disruptor Flute. A Mystical Dispute, Dig Through Time. I guess that's something I could have done. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Disruptor Flute the Dark Ritual. Just in case if they actually play it. We'll do Dark Ritual. Like, I feel like drawing any big creature would do at this point. We're kind of slow here. So they're just gonna get to 10 mana and cast Omniscience and win the game, potentially. That's the problem here. I mean, that's an unfortunate side effect, but not much you can do, and there's literally nothing on the battlefield. So in 2 turns, we should be able to win. And, you know, not having a second colorless mana for the Kozilek, I think really slowed us down, right? They're just trying to get mana to 10 and then cast Omniscience. They have 8 mana now, but they need 3 more turns because of a Mystical Dispute. This is their 3rd Dig Through Time. So this land is dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They still have 8 mana. Still pretty far away. Emrakul. They're gonna have Surgical, so I'm just not gonna put the Emrakul into the graveyard since I can just hardcast the next turn. Okay, well, try that again. Well, we do have a Ugin's Labyrinth, but not sure if this hand is actually that great. We'll see. Let's see if I can find the green source here. We did. Maybe getting rid of a Ugin's Binding was a bad idea. Right? I mean, I guess I can just ramp into Devour of Destiny. That's something I can do. A flute? A flute to slow them down? Maybe I should have actually done it on opponent's upkeep. Yeah, I should have done it on opponent's upkeep. That was a terrible play. Wah, wah, wah. Maybe they don't have another Abrupt Decays, maybe? No creatures in the yard. Two, three, four, five. Gotta get to 7. Yeah, if I lose this one, it's on me. I could have I should have flashed in the Disruptor Flute on opponent's turn. And we should have been actually good. But because I messed up, this is the price I must pay. Yeah, this should have never happened. This should have never happened, right? So I think I need Ugin's Labyrinth. I need another Ugin's Labyrinth. I need another Ugin's Labyrinth here. Otherwise, we lose the game. Let's see it. That's not it. That is not it. Oh no, we have the mana. Right. Is this better or that better? This one has more power, so let's do that. Yeah, the Utopia Sprawl is actually pretty sick in this deck. I keep forgetting, like, that's something that could happen. Well, that's not gonna do anything. Very nice. Yeah, bit of a misplay, but we got there in the end. Giganta. Well, I'm actually gonna keep this one. Anything that lets me play the One Ring earlier, I keep. Doing it now, just in case of a Thoughtseize. Oh man, thank God. Thank God. Ooh. Shifting Woodlands. I don't think so yet. Man, that is cheap. Oslo Pride. Chalice. Probably gonna be chalicing for 1. Or maybe 2, actually. Do they have more 2-drops? No. I should go for 1 because of a Static Prison. Oh, wow. What? Main deck Blood Moon? Freaking main deck Blood Moon? That's a bit rough. Yeah, that's a bit rough. That's gonna turn off my Ugin's Labyrinth. And maybe it'll actually deter them from playing it because they see 3 copies of Forest. And do you really want to play that when there's 3 Forest? Okay. Ugin's in? Yep. Binding in? Yep. Do I want to play Thief of Existence? It gets rid of Binding and Amulet. It also gets rid of Static Prison. It also gets rid of a Johnny Planeswalker. Let's see here. Like maybe not even World Breaker. Like, I mean, we have to cut 3 cards. It's hard to cut the Null Drifter when we are trying to combo with the Ugin's Binding as well. I guess it's like, is it actually Devour of Destiny? Yeah, I'm not sure about the Deep of Existence because this would be the kind of matchup where you would bring that card in, but if I'm not doing that here, where am I doing it? It's very annoying. Ragavan again. Maybe we just completely ignored the Ragavan. Okay, thank God. Ragavan, thank you very much. I didn't need that card. Now, if we can draw a 7-mana card, we can go 1 ring. Or even Sowing Microspawn. That is... Okay, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that. So that was their best play there. So let's just go Chalice. Chalice for 1. I mean, you don't want to play that. All the removal spells they play are... Come on, 1-mana card. Nice. Nice. Amulet. 1-mana card. I mean, I'm gonna go 1 ring here. Get Wombo combo. Speaking of Wombo combo. We're gonna need to see a Ugin's Binding. I'm gonna try to do it next turn with the Malevolent Rumble. Utopia Sprawl, not exactly what we're looking for. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I trolled. I completely forgot about my own cards. My bad. Whoops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can The Ugin's binding combo next turn, no matter what. I should have another mana for the Malevolent Rumble here, but... Okay, looks like they also forgot. Yeah, a lot of their removal spells happen to be 1-mana cards. Okay, that's not gonna work. Don't you just love it? Chalice of the Void. Everybody forgets everything. That is just the rule. Right? That is just straight up the rule. I don't make the rules here. That is exactly how it's gonna go every single time. If I draw, I go to 4. It's not really a comfortable number versus a Flage. I could draw into another One Ring. That's probably the best thing I can get. Which I did not. Wow. That sucks. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still don't think I can attack though. Yeah, we're gonna need to see our Emrakul fast. Because this isn't good. I can't attack because of Ragavan. Oh, I can attack because of Ragavan because Ragavan costs 1. Oh god. Help my soul. Okay, here it is. Draw. What? What is this? Where's my One Ring? I drew 30 cards. One Ring? Oh, thank God. Jesus. Jesus. I mean, I still have a big problem here. How do we not die? Yeah, how do we not die here? Wait, dealing damage doesn't kill me right now. So I should have actually done it because of the One Ring. Is there anything I can get back that lets me out of this? Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Unless you draw another one. Unless you draw another one. Boom, draw a card. Where's my Emrakul? There's that Emrakul. We're at 1. We are at 1. Wait, we're gonna play it? I guess they have to play it because of Chalice. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Is there any way I can discard this? I guess I have a Null Drifter. That's about it. More lands. Decline. Decline. Okay, that should be a nail in the coffin. That should be a nail in the coffin. They can't play a 3-drop. They can't play a 2-drop. So let's play this out. Get countered. Let's also play this out. Get countered. Nice. Oh my god. This deck is too hard. I think this game is another show and tell. I think I vaguely remember this person. Am I supposed to get Kozilek's Command? I think the plan is to turn 3, since we're gonna get to turn 3 faster, and hopefully we draw into Chalice the Void. That's how we're gonna win here. That's not it. That is not it. Oh, they're not playing show and tell. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, they're not playing show and tell. That's... Well, I mean, if you say so. That must be upsetting. To be fair, it could still be show and tell. It could still be show and tell. Yeah, it could still be show and tell. Okay, maybe not anymore because of the troll. Ooh, what's this? I can go Sewing Michael here. That is sick. Wait. I milled my Cavern of Souls. Okay, fine. When did that happen? When did that happen? Yeah, I mean, even if they reanimate, my Causelix command does X equals 7 at the moment, so... Okay, we want a hearse. We want less Ugin's... Actually, Ugin's Binding actually might be really good. But obviously not as good. Disputes in. That's why we're playing blue. I think that's about it. Probably cut Chalice. I mean, Chalice for 1 could be really good, but I guess we cut Null Drifter. Yeah, it's strange. I usually see this person always on a combo deck. Okay, we have a really high chance of finding Ugin's Labyrinth here. Do I want a Utopia Sprawl? Ah, fine. No. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let's try it. It's probably just gonna get countered, so... Oh? Is it sticking? If this sticks, it's actually pretty huge. Always make them have it. What? Why are they playing this card? That's strange. Yeah, that's strange. That is unusually strange, actually. Let's hide this because they know that card, you know. Harbinger. Does that do anything? Island? Pretty strong Harbinger. Unfortunately, the Utopia Sprawl was also attached to a breeding pool. I didn't even, thought about a Harbinger. Let's bounce the Harbinger. Flare up Denial. Now we draw the Mystical Dispute. Can we survive 2 more turns? Sowing Mycospawn. Interesting. So we can get rid of their black source. Let's get rid of a black source. Do we want to bounce it? They don't have a black source. Let's just leave it there. The One Ring. Well, now we got a World Breaker that they have to worry about, and they don't have black mana. Okay. That's also fine. That is also very, very fine. Might actually have to block with the World Breaker. We'll see. Decline. Wow. What do they have? Like, do they have, like, Fatal Pushes and some other card? Like, what the... I mean, this deck should be incredibly favored versus a deck like that, though, you know? Okay, so, before I actually started with this deck, even though this version of the deck went 3-0, I did lose 3 games before with a different version. So the cards that I actually tried out are Solar Transformer. So I used this instead of having something like a Yabimaya Coast. I had 4 copies of this. This can provide all 3 color sources in the deck. Colorless, blue mana, green mana, right? So I thought this was gonna be okay, but turns out if you play something like Once Upon a Time plus Devour of Destiny, it's a bit too much lands. So what ended up happening was a lot of the games just came down to me drawing nothing but lands plus cards like these where like a ramp spell. So I scratched that idea, and then I tried the Urza's Construction Drone, which also didn't fit the deck as much as I liked. Even though this is a really great card to play on turn 2 because of the Ugin's Labyrinth, but because there's a lot more creature decks in the ladder, I needed to play the Ugin's Binding, which meant that I needed a easier way to trigger the Ugin's Binding without getting to 7 mana or 8 mana to cast like these big creatures. So this version, on the other hand, so this is the version that I played at the end, is the version with 3 cups of Null Drifter. And the deck looks a lot more clean, in my opinion. We still have Once Upon a Time. We still have 2 copies of Devour of Destiny, trying to find the Ugin's Labyrinth on turn 1, which is good. We're also playing 2 copies of Drowner's Truth. Means that this is our part of our land base, right? But this can also work with Ugin's Labyrinth. So despite us playing 18 lands, including the Drowner, that's 20 lands. And if you add the Once Upon a Time, that's 23, plus the 2 copies that you see here, the Devour of Destiny, which can sometimes on turn 1 get you another land. So I would say 23 lands in a ramp deck with things like Utopia Sprawl, Malevolent Rumble, Kozilek's Command, right? Sowing Myco Spawn. Like, you shouldn't have an issue getting to a land drop, despite us playing an 18 land deck, which is pretty insane. Another really powerful thing this deck does is being able to play Chalice on turn 1, right? Especially against Energy, and even against Reanimator, like, that could be pretty deadly if you can actually get down a Chalice on turn 1. Another reason why we are playing a Stone Brain, right? Stone Brain on turn 1 seems very, very powerful versus a Show and Tell, which is going to be our worst matchup, by the way, since game 1, you're not going to be able to win, right? You're not going to be able to win. However, if you go first, what you could do, and if you have a lot of ramp spells like Ugin's Labyrinth, Utopia Sprawl, there is a potential actually landing the Chalice for X equals 3 on turn 3. So if you can go turn 3 faster than your opponent, then there is a chance that you might actually be able to Chalice for X equals 3, which is going to be what you're looking for. But in a normal matchup, you're not going to be able to do that. So game 1, you're going to lose. And game 2, you're going to bring in a lot of spells here like Vexing Baubles, Disruptor Flute, Stone Brain, Mystical Disputes. You might want to keep like a copy of Ugin's Binding just in case. Like, for example, like if they play Show and Tell, you put the Vexing Bubble down, and then they put an Omniscience down, then you need a way to bounce it, right? So, like, maybe a copy of Ugin's Binding is okay, but otherwise you're going to have to ramp into the World Breaker or the Devour of Destiny to get rid of it. And the energy matchup, if you can get the One Ring down early enough, then you can keep protecting yourself while potentially milling the Ugin's Binding into the graveyard, and you can board wipe with the Null Drifter, and potentially win with the Emrakul. So that's going to be the plan there versus an energy, and bonus if you can actually get the Chalice down on turn 1. So yeah, not the most powerful deck I played, but it really makes you think a lot of your turns, because I feel like with this deck, how I'm playing is like, oh man, I need to survive as long as possible. Surviving is literally the goal with this deck, and sometimes like it can be really difficult. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye.